U.S. Army deserter Bergdahl was efficient conflicted witness. Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Reuters, U.S. Army Sergeant Bowe Bergdahl was an efficient soldier who at times seemed conflicted about his unit's mission in Afghanistan before walking off his post in June 2009 in an act of desertion, his former squad leader testified on Tuesday. Bergdahl, 31, could be sentenced to life in prison after pleading guilty on October 16 to desertion and misbehavior before the enemy. His defense lawyers are trying to avoid a prison sentence for the Idaho native, who spent years as a prisoner of Taliban insurgents. He executed quickly, efficiently, no backtalk, no questions. He kept his weapon clean before and after anyone else would, said former Sergeant Greg Leatherman, who was Bergdahl's squad leader the year he deserted. He wanted to go out and get bad guys. Under cross-examination, Leatherman added that Bergdahl complained a lot about the military hierarchy and that the unit was not aggressive enough against the Taliban. He wasn't sold on the mission we were fighting, Leatherman testified at the Fort Bragg military base in North Carolina. Bergdahl was released in a 2014 Taliban prisoner swap brokered by Democratic President Barack Obama's administration. He has no plea agreement with prosecutors, leaving his sentence up to Army Colonel Jeffrey Nance. Bergdahl gave nearly 2 hours of unsworn statements on Monday, discussing his mental health and the torture and neglect he endured after being captured by the Taliban, factors the defense hope will earn him leniency. During last year's presidential campaign, Republican candidate Donald Trump called Bergdahl a no-good traitor who should have been executed. Nance has ruled that the comments by Trump, now president and commander-in-chief, had not affected the fairness of the court proceeding, but said he will consider them a mitigating factor. Another witness, intelligence analyst Amber Datch, testified that Bergdahl gave valuable information from his time in captivity. It reshaped the way we did intelligence in that area, Datch said. Nance also weighed aggravating evidence presented during the past week by prosecutors. Multiple service members called as witnesses by prosecutors spoke of the hazardous conditions they faced in the futile search for Bergdahl, who says he deserted to report critical problems in his chain of command. Several soldiers fell ill or were badly injured during hastily organized missions to find him. Master Sergeant Mark Allen, the most critically hurt, was shot in the head, leaving him unable to speak or walk. Reporting by Greg Leatherman. Writing by Colleen Jenkins and Scott Malone. Editing by Peter Cooney and Jonathan Otis.